Hi guys, I am back with another short and fiery core inspired yoga flow. So those of you who come to my classes know that I truly believe you don't need to spend an hour in the gym to work on strength. Actually 15 minutes is enough. Do it properly, work up a sweat, and you'll really start to see results. So I hope you enjoy it. As I always say, nothing should be painful. If you feel pain, then please do stop. Pain is your body's way of saying stop. And also I'll try and give options throughout. These are quite advanced poses, so do check in, see what it feels like. Have a peek down at your stomach, check it's not doming, because it's all about correct form. If you're doing things wrong, you're just going to risk injuring yourself or having that kind of poochy belly that no one wants. On a nice kind of flat belly, work on flattening out the muscles, strengthening them, pulling them all together. So let's get started. Short warm up. Let's start on all fours today. So inhale, arch the back, open the chest, breathing in. Exhale, round the back, pull belly button to spine, push the ground away. 2 more times. Inhale, making sure those wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Exhale, push the ground away, belly button to spine. 1 more time. Inhale, breathe the chest open. Exhale, engage that core. Carry on from here. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, pushing the hips back. Child's pose. Inhaling up, arching the spine. Exhale, sending those hips back. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhaling back. And coming back, just starting with some small movements in the pelvis. Going around whatever direction you want. Circling around, using the breath, inhaling forward, exhaling back, starting to make the circles a little bit bigger. Inhale, exhale back, keeping the core engaged. Inhale, exhale back. 1 more big circle. Inhale, exhale back, changing directions, starting off with those smaller circles, just bringing the pelvis in to the movement to start with. Inhale forward, exhale back, use the breath. The breath is the key of yoga. Without the breath, you're just exercising, making the circles bigger. Inhaling forward, exhale back. Inhale, warming up those wrists, warming up into the hips, into your joints. Exhale, 1 more big circle. Inhale forward and exhale back. Coming back to neutral. Engaging the core. Taking an inhale here. Exhale, lifting those knees. Push the ground away. Belly button to spine. Pull up that pelvic floor. Holding it here. So the core engagement is that feeling like you're trying to stop yourself going for a wee. And you're trying to squeeze yourself into a tight pair of jeans. Exhale, release, send the hips back, child's pose. Connect to the breath. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Coming back up. All fours. 1 more time with that knee lift. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, pick up the knees, just an inch or so, push the ground away, pull the shoulder blades away from the spine, keep the belly button drawing in, keep pulling up the pelvic floor and breathe. Not enough to think about there. And exhale, releasing it down. From here, bringing the hips up and back, downward facing dog, just pedal out the feet. Walk the dog, maybe sway through the hips, whatever your body feels like it needs right now. Keep the spine nice and long, keep the hands pulling, pushing away from you, heels drawing back. Give the neck a shake, yes. A shake, no. Side to side. Then slowly bring the weight forward into a plank pose, drop the knees down, and we're coming on to our forearms. So bring the forearms parallel, hands are flat on the floor, elbows and hands are about shoulder distance apart. Make sure your shoulders are over your elbows as you slowly tap your toes and come up into a forearm plank. Push the ground away, feel the whole of your hands, engage that core as you did before, engage the glutes, energy through those legs. Then exhale, tip the hips over to the left, coming on to the edges of your feet. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, back to center. So you're tipping your hips towards the side. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling over. Inhale, forearm plank. Keeping going like this. Using the core to move your body. Remember to keep pushing the ground away. Gazing forward, long neck. Inhale up. Exhale over. You should be feeling this in the whole of the stomach, in your oblique muscles, so around those ribs. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhaling up, 1 more time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Drop those knees. Stretch those arms forward. Child's pose. So come up onto the fingertips. Walk the fingertips as far away from you as you can. Have a nice stretch all down the arms and along the back. You can reconnect to the breath. Deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Coming back up now. Coming into a forearm side plank. So your hand is facing the side of the mat. Coming up onto the outer edge of your right foot. You're supported by your right arm. Your shoulder is either over your elbow or your elbow is a little bit further in front. That's absolutely fine. Bring your hand up behind your head, push the arm into the head into the arm. But you can have the option here of coming down onto that knee if it's too much for the side body, if you feel like you can't support it in your core. So from here, exhale, bring your elbow down, crunch down, inhale up. Keep pushing through the hand, pushing the ground away, stability in that shoulder. Keep engaging the core and pushing the hip up towards the ceiling. Make sure you're not collapsing in those hips. Exhale down, inhale up. Keep going, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more times, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Lovely. Coming on to the opposite side. I will change direction on my mat so you can see me. So again, coming onto your left forearm this time, picking up the hips, always the option of coming onto that knee instead. Outer edge of your left foot, bring your right arm up, hand comes behind your head, head push into hand into head, engage through the glutes, engage through the core. Exhale, crunching down, inhale, elbow to the ceiling. Keep the core engaged, keep lifting that head upwards, move with your breath. Exhale, inhale, exhale down, inhale up, exhale, inhale, exhale down, inhale up. 1 more time, exhale, inhale up. Bring the hips down, come onto a seat, plant the feet. We're going to come down to the ground to a count of 10. So you want to kind of round your back, imagining you are doing a cow. So you want to draw in that core, squeeze in the abs, pull up the pelvic floor, and I'm going to count us down. If you have a peek down at your stomach as you're doing this, if your tummy domes, take hold of your legs to give you a bit more support and check that you've got that nice, flat, engaged stomach. So, 10, 9, keep drawing belly button into spine. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Coming on to the back. So going into a kind of low boat here. So again, it's really important not to have those doming abs. What the doming abs means is that your stomach can't support you. So your rectus abdominis is basically can't support you and is drawing apart. So what it can do is it can give you something called diastasis recti, which is that horrible word mum tum kind of thing. So even if you haven't had a baby, this can happen. These exercises are really deep in the core, so just keep checking in with the stomach as you're doing this, and make sure that your form is correct. So the higher your legs are, the easier it is. You're having that feeling of rounding your back like we did before. We're just going to pulse our arms here. So bring your feet maybe at 45 degrees, however low you can keep that engagement in the stomach and keep the abs nice and flat, pulsing for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the feet down. Windscream open the knees, either side. We're going to do that again, but we're going to do a hold this time. So, option again to have the legs higher or a bit lower. If you're really seeing a doming, then you can always pause the video and do it with one foot down and one foot up. And again, always option to hold on to the legs as well. If you feel your core working, if you feel it engaging, then you are working your abs. So, if you lessen the intensity, it doesn't mean you're not working as hard. Your muscles will be firing up, they will be working, you'll just be doing it more safely. So bringing those legs up, bringing hands up, holding it here, breathing here, inhale. Exhale, keep rounding that back, having belly button to spine. Energy through the arms, energy through the feet, holding it here. 2 more breaths. Drop the feet down, windscream open the knees, do whatever feels good. Maybe hug the knees into the chest. Then from here, different options. First option, tabletop legs. Exhale, dropping one foot at a time. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Again, keeping the core engaged. You don't have to round the back this time. There can be a gap between your spine and the mat. Just make sure that that gap stays the same the whole time you're doing this exercise. So that was option 1. Option 2 is doing the same with straight legs. So exhale down, inhale up, peeking at those abs, making sure you're not doming. Option 3 is bringing the legs all the way down, all the way up. So whatever option you're going for, exhale, inhale up, exhale, inhale. Energy through the legs, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. Rock from side to side. We're going to do that whole routine through again. So, bringing the legs out, maybe at 45 degrees, maybe further up, maybe further down. Pulsing 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Hopefully you're feeling some fire in the body. Feel yourself getting a bit sweaty now. You can feel the muscles engaging. So repeating that, this time just breathing, coming up, engaging, belly button to spine, grounding through the back. Energy through the arms, energy through the legs. Breathe here. 2 more breaths. Exhale, releasing the feet, taking whatever movement in between your body feels like it needs. Then again, reminder, option 1, gap, make sure make sure the core's nice and engaged and that gap stays the same. So option 1, exhale, dropping the heel, side to side, inhale up. Option 2, taking the legs one at a time down. Option 3, both legs. Exhale down, inhale up, whatever option you're taking. Exhale, inhale, belly button to spine. Engage that pelvic floor. Breathing here. We're nearly there. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. 1 more. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Belly button to spine. Inhale. Hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. Maybe backwards and forwards a little bit. Round in circles. Whatever feels good here. Take your toes with your piece of feet and fingers and thumbs, and imagine like you're doing a squat on the ceiling. Coming into happy baby pose, just stretching out through the legs, bringing the lower back onto the mat as far as it could go. Pushing the feet into the hands into the feet. All my legs are shaking. And hugging the knees in again. Calming down, taking a small twist here, so breathing the right knee in, exhaling it over to the left side. Stretching the right arm out and gazing over that right shoulder. Maybe using your left hand into your right knee to twist around a little bit more. Gentle squeeze in the stomach, breathing here. Inhale back up to centre, switching out the legs. Inhale, move over, and exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Reconnect with the breath. Hopefully you can feel the fire in your core. Know that this is enough. Inhale, coming all the way up. Give yourself a last squeeze. If you have a minute or so, then come down, take a moment in Shavasana. Focus back on the breath. This time, not looking to change it, just witness what's going on. Feel the inhales rising the body. Witness the bit in between. Feel as you exhale and everything releases down, melts into the mat. More times like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take as long as you need in your Shavasana. If you have the time, then go for it. Make the most of it. Thank you so much for doing this with me today. It was short, it was sweet, it was fiery, and I look forward to seeing you again on the mat soon.